What are essential or professional skills required to start a business?
Yes. I think nowadays it may change because you will see a lot of young entrepreneurs happen. You don't need to wait until like 40, 50 years old, to become the business owner. You could start business when you are still very young, all right? So I think the thing has been changing because nowadays you could learn very quickly. This so-called the new digital age, you could search learning, from others. You look into what's really matter, for consumer. But again, that depends on how you would really like to drive or to commit, to have your own business. I think that's very key because not many people would like to be on their own. Some people don't like to take risks. Some people like to work in a big company. Like myself, when I graduate, I decided to work at Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is my first company, big brand, from the US, rather than start my own business when I was young. But I've been working to many places before I come back and start my own business when I'm getting old, right? But again, that's not the a pattern or the formulation right now. But again, come back to my first answer. I think you need to understand yourself, that what type of strength you are and what kind of thing that you could do good, and that would be make you to love what you do and to be working passionately towards your goal or towards your purpose that you like to be successful in your own venture.
Do you think by collecting your experience at different companies such as Pizza Hut really helped you to discover yourself at your passion or what you're passionate about?
Yes, of course. I think looking back when I was young, to be honest, I talk to myself when I study at MBA. I talk to myself that I like to be very successful, when I was young. But to that time, I'm look into the example. Most of the managing director or CEO would need to enter like 50 years old, things like that. But I like to be successful when I'm early 30. That's how I like to see myself during those times, and that's how I work very hard. But during working in the corporate, you need to climb the corporate ladder, as you may have heard. But again, nowadays it's different because it's no more kind of corporate career. You could start your own business when you was still young. You could having your business in a small way, and you may gain momentum by having other to work for you or having the partner to come and support your business as a startup. All right. So the world has been changing, from my time, up until now. So I would encourage that if you believe in what you like to do and you believe in to become a very successful business, you just simply do it. Just simply do it. But again, you gain experience from your journey. When you talk to people, you talk to consumer, you talk to customer, and that will gain your confidence, to make you believe in yourself, and that's how the business would be started.
So how would your leadership with a company like V Foods, which is like a startup, how would that differ from you working in a massive corporation like with a company like Pizza Hut?
Yes, I would say when I start this company, I start very small. I don't have big money, okay? I use my sum of saving, but when I start, I use my experience. I use a kind of what they call the strategy by using the strategic alliance. Strategic alliance means, you don't need to work by yourself or using your own money. Like I said earlier that, okay, you look into what is your strength. To me, I feel or I believe that I have a very strong experience working on marketing side, working for consumer, working for I could build brand, I could drive innovation, I could add value to the product and service that I do. That's my strength, okay? But I might not good at running the factory. I might not good at growing, like corn or doing something. That's not my profession, right? So I look into how I could have strategic alliance or strategic partner that helped me. So I had a partner who have owned the factory in Kanchanaburi, and I looked how I could enter the market faster. So I talked to CPO, which is owned 7-Eleven. It's like close to 10,000 outlets nationally. Rather than I have to hire the salesman and go and knock the door to sell the product, I just simply put the plug and that could go, everywhere. So that's the start of how I learned from working in the big corporation, and as adapt to use my strength and also my past experience to start business very fast.